It starts with a question die-hard fans whisper every time two characters lock eyes on screen. Wait, are they together in real life? Because if there's one show that has blurred the line between fiction and reality for more than 60 years, it's General Hospital. A universe overflowing with passion, heartbreak, family feuds, forbidden love. And dramatic reunions end. Sometimes those sparks refuse to stay on the soundstage. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the real-life connections. The romances, the friendships, and the behind-the-scenes bonds that turned fictional chemistry into something far more interesting. The truth is, General Hospital has always been more than a show. It's a world that actors step into so deeply that emotions become layered. Scenes feel real, and relationships develop in quiet corners between takes. Something happens when two people share years of storylines, late-night scripts, and the pressure of live-to tape schedules. Walls break down, authenticity creeps in, and suddenly, fans start to wonder whether the heartbeat they hear in a scene belongs to the character or the actor playing them. But here's the part viewers never see: the moments when the cameras stop rolling, the laughter between castmates during rehearsals, the way friendships form in dressing rooms over shared notes, or during long production days when storylines twist into emotional knots. Sometimes those bonds transform into dating rumors that explode online. Sometimes they turn into committed relationships that fans celebrate with wide-eyed joy. And sometimes the most interesting stories come from couples who aren't romantically involved but are closer than most on screen lovers ever appear to be. What makes these real-life connections so fascinating isn't the gossip, it's the contrast. On-screen characters may be feuding. Off-screen, the actors might be sharing snacks and cracking jokes. On-screen, they might be star-crossed lovers battling fate. Off-screen, they might be happily married to someone who has never stepped foot in Port Charles. That tension between illusion and reality keeps fans guessing, rewinding scenes, analyzing glances, and combing through interviews for hints of something more. And yet, what people often forget is that soap actors spend more time together than almost any other performers in television. They shoot multiple episodes in a day. They rehearse intense emotional scenes for hours. They share story arcs that involve marriages, betrayals, crises, and reconciliations over and over, and the emotional energy from all of us. That doesn't simply disappear when the director yells, "Cut!" It lingers. It deepens. It shapes friendships and sometimes love. There have been friendships forged through decades of working side-by-side, partnerships that feel like family, and co-stars who describe each other as soul-level companions, even if not romantically. These are bonds built not on headlines, but on trust, on showing up for one another during difficult storylines, on supporting each other through the real-life struggles that fans never see, and occasionally, yes, on sparks that ignited far away from the studio lights. But what makes these real-life relationships so compelling is the way fans connect to them. Viewers who have followed General Hospital for years, some for their entire lives, aren't just invested in the characters. They're invested in the people behind them. They celebrate their milestones, follow their social media posts, cheer for their happiness, and feel strangely protective when rumors start swirling. Because to watch a soap for decades isn't just to follow a show, it's to grow up with it. And that's why every time a cast member shares a photo with a co-star, the fandom lights up. Every wedding announcement, every anniversary post, every behind-the-scenes moment feels like an invitation into a world that's usually hidden. Fans don't just see actors, they see companions, collaborators, and sometimes even couples whose connection began in scenes they've memorized by heart. Of course, real life is far more complicated than any script. Some celebrity relationships thrive outside the spotlight. Others fade quietly. Some actors choose to keep their private lives completely separate from their work, building families and futures away from the cameras. Others embrace the attention, letting fans see the sweetness, the humor, and the genuine affection that flows between castmates who have become something more. And yet, whether a particular pair is romantically involved, married to people outside the industry, or simply close friends. There's something undeniably magical about seeing those relationships reveal themselves in subtle ways. Through smiles, in bloopers, shared interviews, spontaneous posts, or heartfelt tributes. These unscripted moments remind fans that even in a world filled with dramatic plot twists, real emotion still exists. Raw, unfiltered, and beautifully human. In the end. The real story isn't about who is dating whom or which on-screen romance ever crossed into real life. It's about the depth of connection that forms when people spend years, sometimes decades, building a fictional world together. It's about chemistry you can't fake. It's about trust, collaboration, and the kind of bond that only grows from living through thousands of scenes side by side. So when fans say they want to know the truth behind the scenes about the real life couples of General Hospital, what they're really asking for is a glimpse into the heart of the show itself, the human heart, the beating pulse that gives every storyline its power. The relationships, romantic, platonic, or somewhere in between, that make the magic of Port Charles feel real. Because in the end, General Hospital isn't just a soap opera. It's a family on screen, off screen, and everywhere in between.